This time we're going to do shoulder blades. Any time that we've done Scapula CARS in other classes, you're going to notice that we often do both shoulder blades at the same time, or we'll do one shoulder blade and then we'll do the other shoulder blade. Something that I personally have found helpful as I navigate this type of stuff and kind of exit the kin stretch stuff and move into your more PRI influence, but really again, kind of human infrastructure stuff as a whole. So this is just something that I've kind of come up with that I've found helpful, is actually coordinating my shoulder blades such that it integrates thoracic rotation. And instead of trying to move both shoulder blades at the same time, which one is very hard to not kind of push yourself into spine extension, especially when you're bringing your shoulder blades back. But I find it helps to, again, just encourage some motion through my upper rib cage, which again locks up when all of this stuff locks up on me as well, and might be the case for many of you as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to do opposite things on each side. So you got to coordinate a little bit here. So for example, let's go left shoulder blade up, right shoulder blade down. Okay. Then left shoulder blade is going to come forward as our right shoulder blade goes backwards. You're going to notice your rib cage turns a little. Let it happen. We're actually not trying to totally dissociate here. Then we're going to bring our right shoulder blade up, left shoulder blade down. Right shoulder blade is going to come forward as the left goes back. And then you're just going to keep going. So you're going to feel a little bit like your shoulder blades are just kind of doing opposite things, but you're going to notice your rib cage turning one way and then the other way as you go through it. I don't really care what your arms are doing. I just like to rest them on my thigh. Notice how I'm not doing that thing that we do in kin stretch, where it's like stiffen everything up and then just move this one bone. This is different. We're trying to unlock the system right now, right? And by the system, I mean your spine, your upper back, your rib cage, your neurology, and so on. So we're getting alternating, kind of reciprocating things happening on each side, right? So rib cage has to rotate in as the other side has to rotate out. Shoulder blade has to come forward as the other goes back, and then up as the other goes down, and so on. And it's just going to get you moving and kind of unlocking through this upper back. Then you're going to throw it in reverse and you're going to go back the other way. So as my right shoulder blade goes forward, my left comes back. As my right comes up, my left goes down. As my right goes back, my left goes forward. And then we're just going to continue. And I just want some nice fluid motion, letting your rib cage move. So I'm not moving from my lower spine. I'm still trying to keep it fairly isolated to my upper rib cage for the most part, to try to drive as much motion as I can through that area, but I'm letting my rib cage move, I'm letting my upper spine move as my shoulders move, and I'm just kind of going at a pace that feels natural for me. So rather than cueing you, do this movement, this movement, this movement, I just want you to practice, and you can close your eyes if you need to, doing opposite things with each shoulder blade, so that as you do your scapula car on one side, you're doing the same scapula car, but opposite on the other side. So like I said, as one shoulder blade goes back, the other goes forward. As one goes up, the other goes down. And then you just continue and you practice going in both directions. And that's something that you can use. To me, it feels a little bit like being in a canoe and kind of paddling through, right? Those types of movements and things are actually really good for helping to unlock the system. So that's something I want you to take and kind of play with. Because like I said, the human infrastructure stuff is separate from the kin stretch stuff. I think that they can complement each other really, really well. And doing some specific isolated work for those of you that are just like, I'm just normal stiff in between my shoulder blades. So you're not like me where you have your eyes driving this tension in your spine. Because again, that's not the case for most people. You've just got general stiffness or maybe something else feeding into your specific case. Go run the kin stretch stuff and then come back and do stuff like this, right? Or start with stuff like this and then go hit your kin stretch stuff after. They're gonna complement each other, but I don't think we all need to be doing scapula CARS the exact same way. And depending on the context of what change we're trying to create, I think things like this can be helpful. So practice that.